You guys remember when I said that Burning Abyss was almost unhittable by the Forbidden List? And then on top of that, every single time around at the end of the format, players start to realize that, hey, this is a really good deck. Maybe we should play it? Yeah, it's about that time again. Burning Abyss is one of the most powerful decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Period. It has survived format after format after format, and you'd be a little ridiculous to think that it wouldn't be able to survive the next upcoming Forbidden List, especially with the new support that it receives, not in the Savage Strike set, but in the set right after. This is a deck that I feel you guys should all be picking up because it's a really fun budget deck that you guys can be taking advantage of right now until the next set that has the support releases. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also want to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. Also, a mad shout out to our newest Patreon. I hope I'm saying your name right. Marvin Secu, welcome to the clan. Make sure you add yourself to that Discord, as well as message me or Jess so we can get you to the Patreon top dog section so you can take advantage of your rewards. Without further ado, I present to you not only a competitive deck profile for this format of Burning Abyss, possibly a competitive deck profile of Burning Abyss for next format, and on top of that, I'm going to give you budget options. So this is going to be a deck profile for everyone to watch. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are on a budget and love the Divine Comedy or just Dante's Inferno and the video games that surround it, then Burning Abyss is a deck for you. Checking out the stats, this is a tier 1 deck if you guys ask me. It can consistently top major events across the board, and it always seems to take people by surprise. I just don't know why. But let's stop talking about these stats and get to the deck profile so I can show you why Chaos Burning Abyss is a really powerful deck and still is on a budget with or without danger monsters. Okay, so starting off with the monsters, we run one copy of Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. This is a card that you guys can actually run more copies of if you wish. The reason why I only play one is because, well, first, you don't want to open this card. It's a card that isn't great opening because you can just summon it on your side of the field. Like, it doesn't do anything for you. But he does provide a 3K body that can attack twice theoretically if it destroys a monster by battle, or banish a monster on the field. So he's really powerful. Everybody should know everything about Big Daddy Black Luster Soldier, one of the best cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. We follow that with only 2 copies of Orbital Hydralander. Now this is a Hydralander build, mainly because we do play certain amount of cards, just because we don't want to mill cards and have multiple names for Orbital Hydralander. Nonetheless, it's still a really powerful card, being able to manipulate the board, get some destructions off, and mill cards. I think it is a card that you guys should play, and I think 2 is a really comfortable number. I don't want to draw 2 copies of Orbital Hydralander. It's just like one of those situations, or I don't want to mill or 2 copies of Orbital Hydralander and then have one in hand and just be like, puts too much stress on Fairy Tale Snow if you ask me. We followed that up with the Big Daddy Chaos Dragon Levianair. This card is insane. So let me read its first 2 effects. It can't attack if you use these effects, which I did mess up in the live duel, but I don't think that it mattered. I had an Orbital Hydralander that I used for a link. You obviously see that in the live duel. But what Chaos Dragon Levianair does is cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be spell summoned from your hand by banishing 3 light and or dark monsters. When summoned this way, apply this effect and you can't attack. If you banish all light monsters, you can spell summon a monster from your graveyard in defense position. That's okay. If you banish all dark monsters, you can shuffle 1 random card in your opponent's hand into the deck. That's great. But if you banish light and dark monsters, you can destroy up to 2 cards on the field, which is just amazing going against back row heavy decks. You summon him, you get some destruction out, and then the best thing is that he is a level 8 Dark Dragon monster, which does come up inside of this deck. 1 copy of Dark Arm Dragon. This is a card that if you do open early, you can take full advantage of, and even in the late game, the way that you play Fairy Tale Snow and your other card effects, you can manipulate your graveyard to have 3 dark monsters in your graveyard to summon him. He's also searchable. And then 1 copy of Destrudo Noodle, which combines with the Mare. This is just an insane combo. So not only is Destrudo searchable, I don't understand why a lot of people are playing, 3 copies of Destrudo when it's pretty easy to get into. It also makes the Yazi, which goes into the Mare, which makes you a Boral Sword, which can win you the game. Now, for the people that can't afford Boral Sword, if you ask me, it's probably one of the only cards I would urge you to get a hold of for this deck. But even if you don't have it, Mare is just great great for putting out links on the board. That's pretty much it for the boss monsters for the Burning Abyss. Just 2 copies of Farfa. Again, it's a deck that we want to take advantage of with Horrible Hydrolander, and Farfa isn't needed in 3s if you ask me. 2 copies of Skarm. The only genuine target for Skarm in this deck, if you guys ask me, is Tour Guide of the Underworld. So also Orbital Hydrolander. We also run, oh my apologies, wrong cards. We also run 1 Seer, 1 Graph, 1 Libic. Seer and Graph are limited to 1, but they summon monsters from the graveyard and from the deck. They're probably the best printed Burning Abyss monster effects inside of the main board. And then Libic summons monsters, Burning Abyss monsters from your hand to your side of the field and negates its effects. So all of these are really good for extending combos. And then we play the Alec, Calcab, and Barbar. And this is just amazing. Barbar is great in time. Calcab can bounce spells and trap cards if you're dealing with back row heavy decks. And Alec is a complete monster. So I really wanted to play 2 copies of Alec in this deck, mainly because you can send Alec to your graveyard to negate cards like your very own Beatrice, so they can't Sky Strike or Widow Anchor you. It's really good against Thunder Dragon. Like, it is a card that I really wanted to play multiple copies of, but just decided against it because while it is a powerful card, I didn't want to see it too much. Next is 3 copies of Fiendish Rhino Warrior. This card's insane for the deck. Allows you to send Fiend monsters from your deck to your graveyard when it's sent to the graveyard, and it doesn't matter how it's sent to the graveyard, so it's really powerful. We do play the Mathematician Engine. To be honest with you guys, Burning Abyss has literally the only thing it does is just recycle older strategies. This is a strategy in Burning Abyss that started off when it first came out. Like, Mathematician was ran in Burning Abyss with Felice to make Black Rose Dragon and have all those cool plays, and now it comes back inside of the strategy to send Edge and Sabers so you can manipulate your hand. So let's say, for example, because I still do play Destiny Hero Malicious, you draw that Malicious. Mathematician can not only put Malicious into your graveyard from your hand, but it also gets you that free Dante. It's like insane inside of this deck. I broke down and started to play the 2 copies of Gallus the Star Beast. This card is actually really good in here because it is a free level 3 monster. I think the commons are about $3 or $4. So if you guys can't afford Gillosaurus, or I'm sorry, Gallus the Star Beast, Gillosaurus is a decent budget option, but I still think that Gallus is obviously the better option because it's a guaranteed free summon without giving your opponent advantage, and it can come up in time that burn damage. 1 copy of Crane. This is a card that I still hold true to the deck because you can have this in a Burning Abyss monster and still pull off a Dante. You special summon the Burning Abyss monster, you normal summon the Crane. The Burning Abyss monster gets immediately destroyed, then the Crane summons it in the graveyard. Doesn't matter if you have no cards in the graveyard, you can still pull off that combo. It is insane. And Crane is just a really good extender for special summoning those level 3 monsters and possibly gaining their effects again. 1 copy of Tour Guide from the Underworld. Best extension card in the deck. Allows you to summon that monster to your side of the field. So, you know, that free Burning Abyss monster can pull off some really insane combos. 2 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. Just an extender card. A lot of people were asking me, hey, TheCaliEffect, what do you do that Malicious is at 2? Well, you play 2 Malicious. It's like, it's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. You guys don't have to play the Malicious inside of the deck, but I do still like that it can help you make Beatrice. We followed that up with 1 Fairy Tale Snow and 1 Eclipse Wyvern. Both of these cards are insane. This is a very powerful card. As you guys can see, I am playing some of those cards from the secret text because Eclipse Wyvern can banish your Dark Arm, Destrudo, or Chaos Dragon Levianeer, whichever one you want. And then when Eclipse Wyvern itself is banished, I don't know, through Fairy Tale Snow or whatever other cards you decide to play, it allows you to search that card, basically add that banished card from your banished pile to your hand. I thought it was too insane to give up. And then Fairy Tale Snow was one of the best cards in the deck, the reason why the deck is still competitive. We followed it up with Sekka's Light, and if you guys can see, I think this is a 35 card deck. So there's plenty of options for you guys to play, and I'm going to be able to show you all of them depending on your budget. Now, a lot of people love the Danger Engine, and this is the most basic of the Danger Engine. Is 2 Jackalope, 2 Sunoco. You can also run Nessie as your 3rd danger monster, and the reason why they run this is because this will always provide a level 3 monster unless, you know, your opponent happens to not hit Nessie and you summon Nessie to your side of the field. But if Jackalope gets hit, it special summons Sunoco to your side of the field, and if it doesn't get hit, it's a level 3. If Sunoco gets hit, then it summons itself, and it doesn't, then, you know, you draw a card and it summons itself. So this was a great extender. It's really good against hand traps, but I feel since hand traps are definitely dying down, you don't need these as extenders inside of the deck. And they're also really expensive. So the budget options for these guys, I really do like the Black Dragon White Dragon Engine. Oh, you didn't see that. The Black Dragon White Dragon Engine, because The Black Dragon can banish the Eclipse Wyvern for your free search. It also is an extender monster, and the only thing I don't like about them is that they aren't level 3, but they're really just very, very good extenders, if you ask me, just summoning themselves to the side of the field and using them for link plays so you can gain their effects and search other copies. Now, you don't have to run 3 and 2. You can run 2 and 1, but actually, the drawback is if you draw this, obviously you can't, you know, go into it, but it doesn't matter at certain points of the game. It's a free monster to your side of the field, and you don't have to like really prepare for it other than put cards in your graveyard, something that Burning Abyss can do pretty well. Lastly, another thing that you guys, or another engine you guys can run is just straight up hand traps. Ghost Bells and Ash Blossoms. Ash Blossom is the most generic hand trap in the game. Ghost Bell is really good for this deck because of Called by the Grave being at 3, and I feel that this is probably either this or the Chaos Dragons is what I would go for, but I still wouldn't go against the Danger Monsters. They're still really, really powerful. And then the last thing I want to talk about is just the Kaiju Engine. You guys could just run 5 Kaijus if you wanted to. I know it's only 3, but you can run 5 Kaijus and then call it a day. I hope I've given you guys, you know, an excruciating amount of budget options for you guys to play whatever you want, because there are so many for you guys to take advantage of. Now, a couple of these cards do change up the extra deck, and I'll be able to show you guys the extra deck right now to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so extra deck wise, we of course run Boral Sword Dragon. For the people that can't afford Boral Sword Dragon and still really want to play this deck, Topologic Bomber Dragon is not a terribly bad card, but I do urge you to get Boral Sword Dragon. Mare is a free Boral Sword Dragon, as well as the Destruction, so if you do have the means to get it, It's really important for the Burning Abyss. Curious, the Lightsworn Dominion, this card is insane. The reason why I like the Danger Monsters is that they allow you to make Curious faster, and if you can make Curious and Beatrice in the same turn, that's 2 cards you can send into your graveyard, Fairy Tale, Snow, and then whatever other cards you want to follow up with, and you're just really ahead. It just gives you so much advantage. Decode Talker, Nightmare Unicorn, these cards are insane. Decode Talker is still good inside of 2019. Being able to stop those targeting effects and tributing, I don't know, Dante's on your side of the field, whatever is useless, is really good, and the Nightmare Unicorn is that spot removal. Topologic Trisbana is really good because you can summon a Burning Abyss monster to where the link arrow points to. The Burning Abyss monster will immediately be destroyed, but Trisbana will activate its effect to destroy all spells and trap cards, and guess what? You don't play any spells and trap cards, so, you know, pretty good. Underclock Taker, Nightmare Phoenix, and Link Karibo. The Link Karibo is for the Mare. You get one of the extra tokens, you got to kind of do something with it, so Link Karibo does come up. And then Underclock Taker and Nightmare Phoenix. Phoenix is best back row removal, and then Underclock Taker is for the Beatrice combo. I'll show you guys a little later. Dante Pilgrim and 2 Dante Travelers, as well as a Beatrice. This is pretty standard for any Burning Abyss deck. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so instead of a combo tutorial, I'm going to show you guys some test hands, and I really hope you guys do enjoy. It's going to be really fun to show you how powerful the Burning Abyss strategy can be, and even when we don't draw the best of hands, the deck can actually still ball. So we're going to draw a Black Dragon, Mathematician, Skarm, Sekka's Light, and a Graph. Now, this is a pretty good hand if you ask me. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Sekka's Light, using its ability to draw 2 cards, and then we're going to banish Sekka's Light to put Graph. No, actually I can put Graph back. I can put Graph straight on the top of my deck. That would be even better. We can banish it to put, actually no, let's not even banish it. We're gonna normal summon the Mathematician using Mathematician's effect to send the Egypt Sabers from our deck to the graveyard, and then Egypt to put the Graph back to the top of our deck to special summon itself. Now we have the combo that we want. We want to use both of these monsters for a Exceed summon into Dante Traveler of the Burning Abyss, Detaching the sabers to send Graph, Wyvern, and Fairy Tale Snow. Whoa, this is insane. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we could have gotten a better mill, because Graph is going to go ahead and special summon the Seer to our side of the field. Where is that Seer? Here, Seer, here. Piggy. Here. It's going to special summon the Seer to our side of the field. Eclipse Wyvern's actually going to be able to banish, since we already have Destrudo in our hand, we're going to go ahead and banish the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Or the Dark Arm. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to add that Chaos Dragon Levianeer. It has a little bit more utility, and it can be summoned at almost any given time. So in this particular sequence, we can go ahead and make the Underclock Taker. We can summon 1 Dark Monster. We can summon 3 Dark Monsters this turn and make Curious, and still have the Dante on our side of the fields. That is insane, ladies and gentlemen. This specific hand sequence is only getting better and better as time progresses. I'm going to use both of these monsters for a link summon into... Should I make Raprodicus? No, I don't think Raprodicus is good right now. So Dante's effect is going to add the Seer. Seer is going to summon the Dante. I'm going to special summon the Black Dragon by banishing the Eclipse Wyvern. I'm going to add the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Then I'm going to pay half my life points to special summon Destrudo, which, I mean, that isn't like really a cost, seeing what I'm going to make. Using all 3 of these monsters for a link summon right into Curious. Now, Curious is going to allow me to send 1 monster from my deck to my graveyard. We already have Fairy Tale Snow, so like, it's just, this is really just win more anything else we do bring to the table. What am I going to send? I have Skarm in my hand, so that doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and send the Destiny Hero Malicious, just in case we want to like extend with some other combos. And then Curious's effect is going to allow us to send 3 more cards from our deck to our grave. Oh, sorry, Black Dragon allows us to get a White Dragon to our hand. Now, I would have made the Summon Sorceress and then did a whole bunch of other crazy stuff, but it doesn't matter. This hand is insane. So Curious is going to send another 3. Ah, that sucks. We got rid of the tour guide. No, that's actually what I wanted to search with the Scarf. Finally, discarding you, we can make the Beatrice. This puts us so much ahead of the game. I just don't really see us losing this game by like anything ridiculous. We could still keep chugging on if we decide to. Just because we have extenders like Malicious and Wyvern Buster in our graveyard, we could easily make some serious cards to do some really big damage to our opponent if we decide so. Heck, we can make Boral Load right now, or Boral Sword. All right, ladies and gentlemen, combo number 2, number 2-row combo. I think this actually might be the last one I can do just because of time constraints. I love this Burning Abyss deck, and I decided to go with the Dragons, mainly because the Dangers, I like them, they're okay, but they don't allow you to play hand traps, and then the Kaijus are like, they're okay, I guess. So opening up with this hand, we're going to get Black Dragon, Crane, Sekka's Light, Destrudel Noodle, and a Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Again, if you draw this card, you're in a pretty good spot. So Sekka's Light is going to allow us to draw a White Dragon, 2 White Dragons, and wow, I can make this really work to our advantage. I'm going to normal summon the Fiendish Rhino Warrior. Oh, whoa, we're in a bad spot. I just noticed that this is not the best of hands. So I don't have 2 monsters. So we'll go ahead and banish this to shuffle a white into our deck. And all we need is a Burning Abyss monster. It really doesn't matter which Burning Abyss monster we get. As long as we get one, that will help us. So, come on, fingers crossed. Oh, well, that helps a lot. A Burning Abyss monster. This, a Danger monster, you know, the Jackalope or the Sunoco, or even just a Gallus Star Beast would have been enough for us to perform the combo. Normal summon the Fiendish Rhino Warrior, special summon the Farfa, use these 2 monsters for an Exceed summon into Dante. Dante send the Fiendish Rhino Warrior. We're going to send Tour Guide, Unfortunate, Rhino Warrior, and a Sekka's Light to the graveyard. Now, Rhino Warrior's effect is going to activate. That's going to send Graph, summon Seer. Like this has the makings of the combo that I really want to do. These 2 monsters for a link summon. And to our Raprodicus, that's going to trigger both of these monsters' effects. Turn you into a Dino. and make summon. Whoa. Do I need Beatrice? I mean, I technically don't need Beatrice. I really don't have any other extenders though. So no, we'll just go with this. We'll go with this because I like it. Banish a dark monster. We'll banish the tour guide for the white dragon. I feel like I could have done this a little bit different. You target you, but it kind of doesn't matter. I'm gonna be able to make curious, so like, and I'll be able to search the either dark arm or the other card that I need. So it's almost like it kind of matters, not really. So that targets that to special summon the Eclipse Wyvern. Ironically enough, you can actually special summon Seer through Summon Sorcerer as a first effect to your opponent's side of the field. And then when they destroy the Seer, let's just say we went ahead and did that. When the Seer gets destroyed, we get to summon Dante back to our side of the field. So basically when the opponent summons a monster, Seer's immediately destroyed and it'll trigger its effect. So we'll use these two monsters for a link summon into Underclock Taker. We'll trigger both of these monsters' effects. I'll get my second black and I'll banish Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Next, I will banish the Eclipse. This will get added to my hand to summon the Black Dragon Calip Serpent. You know, the more I look at this, if I would have made Destrudo, or if I would have summoned Destrudo and used that to make it into a dinosaur, I would have still had my Dante. So yeah, I kind of messed up on this particular sequence, but it almost doesn't matter. Then we can use all three of these monsters for another link summon into Curious, and Black Dragon's effect activate. It's gonna get me White Dragon. Oh, and it's gonna send Fairy Tale Snow. White Dragon and send Fairy Tale Snow and send 3 cards from the top of my deck to the graveyard. And I've already normal summoned. I could wow, I can actually follow it with more. This is so crazy. Wow, that is so, actually, no, I can't. I apologize, because I can't summon these two guys, so I wouldn't be able to follow up more. But if, actually, no, I apologize. I can summon Fairy Tale Snow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just say, hypothetically, I needed to go for game right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of doesn't matter. We'll just use the other Fiendish right away. So 7 to summon the Snowback. Destrudo effect targets Snow. You're 3. You 2 for a Synchro Summon. This goes to the bottom. Yazi. Yazi could destroy the Seer. Wouldn't get its back. But Yazi to destroy itself to destroy an opponent's card. That will summon the Mermare. Mermare is going to get 3 tokens. And you guys should like already know what can happen from here. It's Borosword Fever. It's whatever I want from there to make any link climbs. But normally I could just end with the Curious, end the Fairy Tale Snow, the Banish cards, and all that other stuff, and then have a great follow-up play with Chaos Dragon Levianeer. I'll level me to destroy cards, Crane for that recursion to get Graph's effect again, or any Burning Abyss monster that I choose, and manipulate the board to my will. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of The Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you didn't, let us know down below in the comment section what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.